Hey, what's going on, folks? The wait is finally over. It was a long 4 days for me. I don't know how long it was for you, but I couldn't wait to give you guys these daily jewels. But anyway, a few days ago, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, maybe Sunday, we knocked the introduction out. I mean, if you saw the video, then you have some kind of idea where this one is headed. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna jump into the daily jewels virally from now on. If you have been following, I publish them. I try to every week. It's really not that simple. It sounds simple, but to really genuinely bring it from the heart and have a good educated conversation about it, it's not really something that I can pop out weekly, but I do my best. Anyway, like I was saying, today we're going to knock out Daily Jewel number 74. It's going to be Hibernation. For those of you who may not be able to watch it virally, you can hit the site now. It is the last published one. We'll have another one going up tomorrow's Friday. But anyway, I'm sure when you heard Hibernation, first thing you thought was an animal. I know that's the first thing I thought, but us as humans need to practice hibernation as well. One of the biggest things, the biggest detriments I see in my generation, the demographic, twisting the words, or putting them together, should I say, is the need to fit in financially, or the need to keep up financially. I can't really say I've ever been there. I was raised a little different than most people I know in my circle. I was privileged. My father worked really hard to provide us with everything, so I never really felt the need to run out and buy the next big thing to appease my friends or to appease a stranger, because I usually had the next big thing all the time. But anyway, right now is really a big time for that. It's tax time, and I'm sure we all know somebody, whether it be family, relatives, associates, somebody you don't like. If you have Instagram, I know you know. Unless you're following 2 people, I know you know. But anyway, I recognize big time in my generation, my era demographic, however you want to lay it out there, we have a serious issue with spending. We have a serious issue with increasing our spending habits every time we increase our income. And a wise man once told me, it is not about what you make, it is about what you keep. And on my personal Instagram, I stress this all the time. I don't really want to make it a racial thing or a political thing, but I think the powers that be enjoy us more when we're not financially stable, financially swift, financially flexible, when we just don't know. Simple things like, I got into a big debate with a relative last month regarding Valentine's Day. The people in my circle, I let them know ahead of time there would pretty much be no Valentine's Day. One, I don't really respect the holiday. To me, it's not even a holiday. I don't respect the day. It's a man-made day. In my opinion, it is the day that the wolves feast. And when I say the wolves, I mean the wolves of financial America. The Walmarts that are going to put the wine, the cookies, and the cards near their door instead of their original section, because they want to sway you while you're grabbing that card or that flower to buy everything. The wolves will be the Michael Kors of the world who flourish during Valentine's Day. And unfortunately, the sheep would happen to be my peers and the people I hate to see do these things the most. If anything, I would rather them be wolves, or create a product, or create some kind of movement that can flourish and align themselves with those who have been feeding off us for the longest. And tax time just happens to be a perfect time, even down to the Jordans. I don't know if most people recognize this, but Jordan Brand, Nike, all of them, they flood the market around these times. This will be the only time that you see 5 retros drop in 1 month, or 10 retros drop in 2 months. And again, it's unfortunate as to where the world, they're feeding off those who don't know better. And this is where the Daily Jew Hibernation comes in. Because I feel like us, not just as a people, but all people, whether you're black, pink, brown, financial stability is definitely something you need to have in this country. And of course, they won't tell us this in school. I even took economics. I loved it. It was my favorite class ever in high school, but they never taught me how to save. They may have taught me about a bond, but they never taught me, you know, the ins and outs of saving or cutting costs or buying things that are price efficient. But anyhow, like I was saying, our generation has been conditioned and trained to believe every time you increase your revenue, you increase your expenses. So if you get a promotion, you're going to get that car you want. You get a raise, you're getting that car you want. Tax time, you got a list full of things. And I would definitely have to salute my father for this mentality, because he's definitely someone that I've seen in my own eyes who's financially flexible, but if he walked out the door, you would have no idea. The only thing that may give it off is the vehicle he hops in, but other than that, he's dressed down. He's eating at the mom and pop shops. He's not at Ruth Chris. He's not at Red Lobster. He's not at 52 Seasons. Any of those extra fancy places. But anyway, I myself I've adapted that same mentality in business, which is why I haven't been to work in almost 3 years. One, for my people with two parent households or two working households, try running your home off one income. Sounds hard, but it can be done, and you'll see a huge difference in your savings when you do that for 3 to 6 months. For my people who celebrated Valentine's Day, I know it's over and done with. For my people who celebrate Christmas, Black Friday, keep in mind, a lot of those holidays weren't even based around spending and buying gifts. You've been conditioned, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But you've been conditioned by your family, your friends, and this and that to run out and go buy gifts. You've been conditioned and trained to believe that if you bought her the Michael Kors purse last year, you might need to step your game up and get her the purse, the scarf, the boots, you know, all Michael Kors accessories. We've been conditioned and trained to believe this. And I'm just here to tell you, it's a problematic cycle. You're going to find yourself 45 years old doing those same things, just up in the ante. And I mean, again, it's all a matter of opinion. But I personally had the experience when it changed my mind. The experience of banking. Me and my father banks at one of the same banks, and I had the experience of overhearing a conversation of him making $116,000 deposit and withdrawal. And that mentality, just hearing that, changed my mentality altogether. Aside from what I've been reading in books, and I say this all the time on Instagram. You're gonna have some people who gross 100,000. You're gonna have some people who spend 100,000, and you're gonna have some people who hide 100,000. The man that can hide 100 is a totally different animal. Wealth in our community, in our era, in our demographic is not prevalent. It seems so far-fetched because we only see it on TV. But there are some working class people who have flexibility and can go do anything they like. Like I said, you're gonna have some people who get stocks in Michael Kors, and you're gonna have some people who buy the sandals. It's a balance, but I really would love it if more of our people could go on the other end, you know, to uneven the balance. If more of us could be wolves rather than sheep. But anyway, just an idea for the people out there. And like I said, I'm open for comments, but try going 3 to 6 months without spending on nothing but necessities, whether it be food, you know, for you women who like to eat out all the time, or men too, because we do it too. Try cooking for 30 days straight. Try fasting on the food. Try fasting on the clothes. Try not buying a Jordan for 6 months. I guarantee you, it will surely surprise you what your saving account, what your shoebox, what any of that looks like once you're done. And again, like I said, Daily Juice 74 is hibernation. Those aren't the exact words. I'm just imputing myself from my personal opinion and the things I see. But if you want to read the actual words, of course, hit the site now. It'll be, I'll have a link on the video if you want to actually read it out. But anyway, definitely our generation and our people, and again, not just our people, but people in general, we definitely need to work on this mentality. This is a mentality that has us entrapped, that has us confined. You know, I'm not gonna say we all, but I know a lot of us, we feel like, okay, I get this dream job, you know, I work my way up. When I'm 30, I'm gonna get that Benz I always wanted. When I'm 35, I'm gonna get that big house, and I'm gonna get that white gate. I'm gonna have those pretty kids and that dog. I'm here to tell you, I'm 25. I've been doing it since I was 22, 23. I'm not gonna try to forget today because I'm gonna forget and just ramble on camera. But anyway, there definitely is another world out there. Financial strength and flexibility is huge in America. Of course, I'm sure you guys know. You know, our government, it's all about the dollar. Unfortunately, in these times, your inner making, your heart, and your genuineness is not power anymore. The dollar is. Of course, they don't want to tell you this in school. The guy driving around in a Bentley, he's not going to tell you that. One of the biggest and dumbest things I've heard, which bewilders me every time I hear it, is the game is supposed to be sold and not be told. I feel like that is that's 100% lie. It's really ignorant if you have pertinent information and information that can change lives just to keep it to yourself. But anyway, I'm not gonna get off topic because I definitely am. But anyway, again, Daily Juice 74 is about hibernation. We need to plain and simple, you need to start hiding your money. Stop partaking in the man-made holidays. Stop running to the clubs. Waiting in line at every Jordan release. What else? I see women out here with hair down their back, but you won't take the time to wrap it yourself. You'd rather go get a $200 hairdo. The nails, all these things are not necessities. If you're comfortable in yourself, you can step out of the house looking anyway. And I'm a walking testament. My hair looks, it looks how it looks, but I'm me. I love me. That's why I can be 250 pounds and run around Tampa, Florida with no shirt. But anyway, again, y'all, we have to practice hibernation. If we don't, we're going to be stuck in this cycle. We're going to be 30 and 40 and 50 living check to check. We're going to be banking on income taxes to change our life. Just try to have a year where you don't file taxes right away. Try to have a year where you take your time, because the money just isn't that serious, because you got it already. You got it saved up. Empire. What's the other show I hear so much about with Kerry Washington? I can't think of it. Somebody will throw it in the comments. Cut your cable off. You don't need TV. You will live without it. The $100 or $200 you're paying for Verizon, take $100 of it. Buy your kids some Disney DVDs, and trust me, they will not complain. They will watch it every day. Again, I'm a walking testament. I grossed $250,000 last year. There is no cable in my house. My children are entertained by other things. We have great conversation. We do have a small little router for internet, but other than that, there's no cable in my house. Me myself, I feel like I'm financially flexible, but I'm still practicing hibernation. But again, y'all, definitely work on that. It is a cycle. You will find yourself 100 years old still banking on getting $2,000 from your income tax just to go buy a new couch at IKEA, get your nails done, go out to eat, and then you're back to square A, living check to check. But again, I'm not gonna talk you guys to death. If you want to read it in a fine print, much more better to the point. I tend to ramble when I'm on camera. Well, not really ramble, but I can talk about this stuff for hours. But anyway, leave your comments below. It's Daily Juice number 74. Hit the site now, check it out. And Daily Juice 75 is coming up. I'm not gonna go back to 1 yet. I'm gonna jump straight to 75. It's gonna be question everything. Definitely one of my favorite topics. If you do want to get the head start, you can hit the site midnight tonight. It'll be up. And I think that's all I want to give you guys right now. But anyway, stay tuned. I'll see you guys for the next one.